Welcome, adventurers! I'm Sidavi, the stickman explorer with way too much energy. Today, we'll dive into the crazy saga of the Mongol Empire. Imagine a land empire so big it stretched 33 million square kilometers, covering most of Eurasia. Yup, they basically treated the world like an all-you-can-eat buffet. Their secret weapon? Horses, fast, fearless, and fueled by fermented mare's milk. Think Red Bull on 4 legs. Bigger than Rome, bigger than Alexander, bigger than your pile of unwashed laundry. This was history's largest contiguous empire. But it all started with one kid, Temujin. Born around 1162, his childhood was rougher than dial-up internet. His father? Poisoned. His tribe? Abandoned his family. Survival was like living in Survivor Mongolia, but without the prize money. At one point, Temujin was even captured and enslaved. Seriously, this guy's origin story makes Batman look spoiled. But he escaped, rallied allies, and slowly built something incredible. United Mongol tribes. He earned loyalty not through birth, but through merit. If you were skilled, he wanted you on his team. From outcast to Khan. That's like going from 0 TikTok followers to breaking the algorithm overnight. By 1206, Temujin became Genghis Khan universal ruler. Step 1 to world domination complete. And with that shiny new title, he looked at the world like, yeah, I'll take all of it. Oh, and the Mongols loved kumis, fermented mare's milk. It was their Red Bull/wine combo. I tried it once. Let's just say, it tastes like yogurt that lost a fight. But jokes aside, the Mongols built the largest land empire in human history, period. So saddle up, because we're about to ride through blood, battles, and some surprisingly wholesome cultural facts. From childhood, they mastered archery on horseback. That combo? Basically medieval cheat codes. Little Temujin trained early. Shooting, riding, surviving. Childhood games? Try Don't Freeze to Death. His father, Yasugei, was poisoned by rivals. Medieval life lesson? Never trust free drinks. His family was left behind. Starvation, raids, betrayal. It was rock bottom. Captured by enemies, Temujin wore a wooden collar. Basically, history's worst fashion statement. But he escaped. Every setback became fuel for his ambition. Mongol tribes fought constantly. Chaos ruled. Temujin's genius? He turned chaos into unity. He built alliances, promoting warriors based on skill, not birth. Revolutionary for the time. In 1206, he was crowned Genghis Khan, universal ruler. The Mongols finally had a leader to unite them. He organized his army into units of 10, 100, 1,000, and 10,000. Order out of chaos. Suddenly, a steppe full of scattered tribes became one of the deadliest armies in history. Fueled by horses and kumis, they were unstoppable. Imagine Monster Energy, but sour and alcoholic. They trained in complex maneuvers, fake retreats, flanking attacks, coordinated chaos. One by one, tribes fell in line. The steppes were no longer fragmented, they were one nation. Genghis Khan was ready for step 2, conquering the rest of the known world. Once united, the Mongols expanded like Wi-Fi, finally reaching the basement. The Jin dynasty in northern China. Even the Great Wall couldn't keep them out. They brought siege weapons, often borrowed from captured engineers. If you were smart, the Mongols would hire you instead of kill you. Engineers from China and Persia basically upgraded Mongol armies into medieval tech startups. Their cavalry could ride 100 miles a day. Modern armies would be like, excuse me, that's unfair. They also revived the Silk Road, turning it into history's busiest trade highway, safer than Amazon Prime delivery. Under Mongol rule, merchants traveled safely with their goods. Bandits? Not with horsemen everywhere. But make no mistake, the Mongols weren't just friendly delivery guys. Whole cities trembled at their approach.
If you resisted, cities could be wiped out. Harsh, but it kept others from resisting. Names like Samarkand and Baghdad felt their power. The Mongols left a mark that history still remembers. In 1258, Baghdad, center of learning, was destroyed. Books, knowledge, culture, all gone in flames. Later, Kublai Khan, Genghis' grandson, conquered all of China and founded the Yuan dynasty. Even Marco Polo visited, blown away by the wealth and power of the Mongol court. Thanks to Mongols, goods and ideas flowed from Europe to Asia: paper, gunpowder, even pasta myths. Some say the Black Death spread via Mongol trade routes, possibly even through biological warfare at sieges. Yep, world's biggest empire may have accidentally kickstarted one of the deadliest pandemics ever.
Beyond battles, Mongol life was built around gers, yurts, portable homes tougher than IKEA furniture. Inside, families gathered, cooked, and told stories. It was minimalism before minimalism was cool. Their diet: lots of meat, dairy, and kumis, fermented mare's milk. If Starbucks had existed, that would have been their bestseller. They had unique music too, the morinku, or horsehead fiddle, echoing across the steppe like ancient lo-fi beats. And throat singing. Imagine beatboxing mixed with the didgeridoo. Kinda haunting, kinda awesome. Shamanism played a role too. Rituals, spirits, and sky gods. Their spirituality was tied to nature. They also had the yasa, a secret law code said to be made by Genghis himself. Think medieval terms and conditions nobody read. Communication? They built a postal relay system with horses. Early FedEx, but faster. Stations across the empire kept news flowing. If Twitter existed, the Mongols would have owned it. Trade exploded. Silk, spices, gunpowder, paper. Even ice cream recipes might have traveled this way. Knowledge spread too. Ideas from China reached Europe, shaping the Renaissance. Historians call it Pax Mongolica, Mongol peace. Safer roads, booming trade, cultural exchange. Merchants loved it. It was like getting VIP protection 24/7. Without this exchange, Europe might have missed out on paper money, printing, and even noodles. For the first time, East and West truly connected. Globalization, medieval edition. And that's just the cultural side. Conquering was only half their story.
No empire lasts forever. The Mongols, they grew so big, they basically collapsed under their own weight. Managing China, Persia, Russia, and more was like juggling flaming swords. Eventually, you drop one, or all. After Genghis Khan's death, his empire was split among his sons and grandsons. Cue the family drama. Kublai Khan in China, Hulagu in Persia, Batu in Russia, they all had different priorities. Unity? Gone. Meanwhile, local populations grew tired of foreign rulers. Rebellions sparked everywhere. Then came the Black Death in the 14th century, killing millions, weakening Mongol control. Trade routes that once fueled prosperity now spread disease and fear. Not the best business model. And new weapons like gunpowder cannons started making cavalry charges less scary. In China, the Yuan dynasty fell to rebellions by the 1360s. Bye-bye Mongol rule. By the 15th century, the once massive empire was reduced back to just Mongolia. They shaped the modern world more than most empires we remember. Think of the Mongols as the Wi-Fi routers of history. They connected people, sometimes violently, but still connected. Without them, the Renaissance, global trade, even your noodles dinner might look very different. So next time you hear Mongols, don't just think destruction. Think connection, resilience, and wild history lessons.
So what do you think? Thanks for riding with me on this epic journey. Drop your thoughts below, but keep it positive and no bully. And always support me, Sidavi, so that I can continue to be enthusiastic. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so we can keep these adventures going.